YouTube, what is going on? It's your man Tyler James, back again with another video today, and I'm going to be breaking down why you guys are struggling to put on lean muscle mass while staying shredded, while staying lean. I know you guys love that lean, that shredded look, want to have the jawline, the clear skin, all that stuff, but you might be struggling to put on weight and still have that at the same time. So as for myself, a little bit about me. My name is Tyler James from Austin, Texas. This past year, I put on 25 pounds of lean muscle mass while staying shredded, while staying lean the entire time. And I'm going to break it down how I did it and share the mistakes that I went through and give a little information to you guys as well. Okay, so the very first thing of why you're not putting on lean muscle mass is you are not eating in a calorie surplus. I know it sounds obvious, and I know it sounds like the most basic thing in the book, but a lot of you guys aren't doing that, and I was making the same mistake. And the mistake I was making, I wasn't tracking my meals. I wasn't tracking my macros. And the reason why I wasn't doing that is because I was being lazy. I was being lazy. I wasn't doing the things that I was supposed to do. And if I was doing that, I would have made progress a lot faster. So for you guys, I want you guys to make progress quicker than I did. And if you just track your food, you just track your macros, you eat in a calorie surplus right away, then you won't go through that phase of trying to figure out why you're not gaining lean muscle mass when you're just eating a lot of food, right? So that is the biggest thing. There is a lot of different ways you can calculate your caloric baseline using a TDEE calculator. If you just look one up on Google, I'll even throw one in the description, but you look one up, you figure out what your baseline is, and then all you do is eat about 300 to 500 calories above that baseline. And if you don't know where to start with that, use MyFitnessPal. Okay, and I'm also going to break down the foods you should be eating to get to that caloric range that you want to get to. So that is the very first thing. Eat in a calorie surplus. And if it's really hard for you to track your foods, it's annoying for you to track the same foods and do the same thing, what I did is I just figured out, all right, I needed to eat 4,000 calories every day. And I figured out meals that would get me to 4,000 calories, and then I just ate those meals. And then I didn't even need to track every single day because I knew the meals that I needed to eat to get to 4,000, and if I just ate them, I got to 4,000. It's that simple. So that's a quick hack you can do if you are looking to be in a calorie surplus, but not have to spend all that time, all that effort. Now, you will have to eat the same food, which is annoying, but you choose your battles. You can either track every single day, no matter what, or you just eat the same foods every single day, know exactly what's in there to make sure you're hitting your macros and your calories, okay? Very next thing is being inconsistent with your diet and tracking and your lifestyle and working out and just everything. You know, when I was skinny, scrawny as soy boy, I was super inconsistent with everything I did in my life. Inconsistent wake up time, inconsistent diet, inconsistent training. I wasn't tracking my diet. I wasn't tracking my sleep. I wasn't tracking my training, nothing. And that's why my results were inconsistent, because I was inconsistent. Whereas if I just was consistent, I tracked, I was on a training program, I was on a diet, then I would have saw results quicker, right? So not only do I want to tell you guys what's going on, but I want to tell you the why, the reason why you don't want to fall down this path and do these things, because you're just going to waste your time, you're going to waste your money, you're going to waste your effort when you could be doing the right things right away so you have more time, have more effort, have more resources, have more money, and put it in the right place, and so you can see results right away. So that was a big thing for me, was just the inconsistency. I didn't have a consistent diet, I wasn't consistently tracking. And eventually I got to the point where I was like, okay, maybe tracking every single day is just not feasible. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to eat the same foods every single day, so I know what my macros are, my calories are, and I'm just going to do that every single day. And that's what I did. And that's the reason why I put on 25 pounds. And also just saved me the mental headache from having to track every single little thing, right? So the next thing is being consistent with your training too. I didn't put that in here, but if you're going to be consistent with everything in your life, you might as well be consistent with training. And when I was inconsistent with the diet and the training, my results again were inconsistent. I wasn't making progress as fast. I wasn't putting on weight to my bench. I wasn't putting on lean muscle. I wasn't gaining the weight that I should have been like this over time, right? And so what I changed was I got on a workout program, an actual regimen. And what I did was I made sure I was progressively overloading each week. So that way, while I was putting on, eating the right calories, eating the right foods, I was also seeing the right results in the gym because I was following a strategic, detailed training program that I could follow over time, right? So the biggest thing is just tracking your diet, tracking your training, being on a training program. Because if you're going to spend the time in the gym and you're going to be there, you might as well be detailed. You might as well be meticulous. Because if you're not doing those things, then you're just wasting your time and you're going to get inconsistent results. So why spend all that? If you're going to spend all that time at the gym and with your diet, you might as well be tracking and making sure it's 100% on point. So that way you can see the quickest results and get the highest ROI. Okay? Next thing is eating the wrong foods, dirty bulking. Okay? This is a mistake a lot of you guys make because you think, oh, I need to put on pounds, I need to put on weight. But what you don't think about is how you feel. What kind of energy levels are you going to have? Because when you eat a lot of food and you're putting on dirty pounds, you're putting on bad calories, like bad food into your system, your other parts of your body are going to break down. Yes, you might gain weight and maybe that's your goal, but you also need to think about how you feel on a daily basis, what your energy levels are like, what your mood is like, how productive can you be at work, how productive can you be in your social life? Because your food, what you eat, what you put in your body is going to affect those certain things. So if you're just putting bullshit into your body, you're going to get a bullshit result. And not only are you not going to feel good or look good or have clear skin or any of that stuff, your body isn't going to look great either because you're dirty bulking. You're not eating the right foods. You are putting bad foods into your calories. You might gain weight, but you're going to be fat. You don't want that. So avoid the dirty bulking. Avoid that. Obviously, you want to get your calories in, but do it in a productive way. And I'm going to break down the foods that you should be eating to do that, right? So avoid the chips, avoid the cookies, avoid the snacks, avoid the ice cream, avoid any type of snacks really in general, because you guys should be eating like a king. What a king would eat was a one big meal and then that's it. One or two big meals, two or three big meals, and that's it, right? You wouldn't eat these little snacks throughout the day. Like, snacks are just bullshit. That is just trying to get more money out of you. So stop eating the wrong food. Stop eating the snacks. Stop eating foods that aren't conducive to your goal of wanting to put on lean muscle mass, okay? And then the very last thing, and this was a huge mistake, a fatal mistake that I made, was thinking that protein shakes would save you. Yes, protein shakes have a utility, but the thing about protein shakes is that they're made in a lab, they're bullshit, they have a lot of sugar in them, and ultimately, again, it's about how you feel, how your energy, how your mood is going to be. You want to put on lean muscle mass, but you still want to feel good throughout the day. You still want to be producing at a high level. You still want to have energy. You still want to be able to talk to people. You still want to be able to perform well at your job, right? So if you're drinking these protein shakes with a bunch of bullshit sugars, artificial flavoring in them, that's going to kill your testosterone and kill how you feel on a day-to-day basis, it's not worth it, right? And what will save you instead of protein shakes is eating whole foods. The best foods you can eat to put on lean muscle mass are 80-20 ground beef, jasmine rice, eggs, fruits, raw milk, raw honey, and cooking everything in butter. If you do that right there and you track and you make sure you hit whatever the number that you need to hit to be in a caloric surplus, then you will put on lean muscle mass, your testosterone will be high, and you'll be shredded while doing it. Okay, that is the number one key. Thinking protein shakes will save you is not a good way of going about this. Because protein shakes are going to make you feel worse. They are going to suck up your money, suck up your energy. Like, I remember when, a year or two ago when I was trying to really put on weight, trying to lean bulk, I would always drink these mass gainer huge protein shakes. But every time I drank them, I'd be on the couch, on the toilet, had no energy, had no drive to do anything after drinking them. I'm making this video right after eating a pound of red meat. So that's the thing about these protein shakes is, yes, there's calories in them, but it's going to just go right through you, and it's not whole natural foods. You want to be eating whole natural foods, in a high quantity so you can put on lean muscle mass while staying shredded and keeping your testosterone high. So that is the key right there. Like, not only do you guys want to be lean and shredded while putting on more muscle, putting on more weight, but you also want to feel good. You want to perform well at work. You want to perform well in your business, perform well in different areas of your life. And if you're eating shit food and you're drinking protein shakes, it's going to be hard to do those things because you're not going to feel your best, right? A lot of you guys care about looks and, looks maxing and having clear skin and having a jawline. If you want those things, then you need to be putting on lean muscle and not drinking protein shakes, dirty bulking, and eating those bullshit foods, because that is what's going to kill your skin. It's what's going to make your face bloated and give you more fat. So those are the key things that I wanted to break down to you guys on why you can't put on lean muscle. And it's very simple, right? You want to eat in a caloric surplus. You want to be eating whole natural foods in a high quantity. And you want to be hitting your caloric number every single day, whatever that number is. If you do those 3 things right there, you're going to put on lean mass. You're going to still be shredded because you're eating the right foods. Another thing I would say if you want to be shredded is walking. Now, walking is great for being shredded and lean, but it also lowers your cortisol. You get outside, you get sunlight. Okay, you will boost your testosterone from walking. You'll feel better. And if you eat and if you walk after eating, you digest your food quicker, and it's overall just a better experience. So this is the reasons why you guys can't put on lean muscle, and this is why I couldn't put on lean muscle. And when I started doing it, I started seeing the results I wanted to see. Put on 25 pounds of lean muscle in under a year. And you guys could do it even quicker than I did if you didn't make the same mistakes that I did. Again, it's your man, Tyler James. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next one.